You know what I just realized? For those that feel as if they're in competition with me, you're not. You can never be in competition with me, and that's not my ego speaking. That's just me being honest. The only person you can be in competition is with yourself, because how I think about, or maybe it's just not a fair competition, but what's a fair competition anyways? Because we all have something that gives us the edge that other people don't. But this is why I believe like you couldn't be in a competition with me because it's a lose-lose situation. Because to beat me is to lose against me, and for me to win is just like, of course, you doesn't people enjoy the underdogs? Now, let me explain to you how I at least think that I'm the underdog without even realizing it until. Now, I think about it a little bit, but not too often. Okay, so let me put this into perspective. If you're ever trying to compete against me, because realistically, I want you to win. I don't want to be alive. I'm just fucking here. Open heart surgery, so I'm disabled. I'm from Haiti, so I'm foreign. I was adopted by a Caucasian family that I don't even communicate with, so I don't even know what fucking family is anymore. What's another thing? Everything that I have and own is basically in this room, if not outside, and I don't really own a good portion of this room. All these tables I currently use are not mine. That mirror is not mine, but the items on and around the stuff, I'd say, yeah, generally all that shit is mine. So when it comes to me going to other places, all the furniture in here clearly stays in here because my roommate slash coworker is the one that allowed me to use the stuff. So therefore, I don't really have much shit. I don't know my biological family. I don't speak my native tongue, as well as I was neglected a lot, and probably a little bit of abuse. And because like the more I think about, it, I'm like, yeah, I was molested once for sure in the woods. And then there's all these inappropriate touches where I'm just like, it always made me feel weird internally, and I did my best to avoid people because of that reason. And I think this is also part of the hugest reason why I just generally do not like to be hugged, because in my mind, and probably the childhood mindset coming up too, is where it's like, I feel like I'm being trapped when you put your arms around me. And some people are like, quick little bro hug. Some people are like, I don't want to do that sentimental back rub. And some people are like, just, and I don't care for any of those hugs, to be honest. Like, even the quick bro hug, I'm so like, get the fuck out of me. And, like, I don't know why I'm weird about this, because if I had to prefer hugs, I don't care if the side hugs are a little side hip to hip, but I do understand the respect and the realms and why people do that. I don't care for any version of the hugs, but if I had to pick a hug that I don't want to do but would do, it's for some reason the chest to chest. To me, that seems the most normal one, but I still don't fucking like it. Still don't fucking like it. I still don't fucking like it. I remember not like it because I remember this one gal. Because you know how some people come to life like, oh, I'm a hugger. I don't give a fuck. I'm an asshole. Leave me alone. But you can't say that. So let me begrudgingly hug you because I'm trying to fucking be nice and not try to fucking ruin the mood. Because that's your family. That's your auntie. I'm an orphan. Did you forget about that part of the story? But I'm also easily brainwashed, and I just want to fit in to the best of my ability. And to fit in is to listen to whatever the orders are, regardless of if they do or if they don't make sense. The only way you could disobey orders is if they could not figure out that you're the one that disobeyed them. You have to be yourself in secret, because if you're yourself publicly, then you are going to be ostracized from the community. If not, some other thing I'm not currently thinking of. To the point. Um, hate hugs. The way that's what I'm trying to get at. The lady, I definitely did not like in any type of physical attention from, or any attention generally from, just because she weirded the fuck out of me. At some point or another, I remember being like late teens, late teens. I'm thinking, for somebody that's always had issues with like relationships in general, like where's the line between a friendship, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and then like a fucking fuck buddy or friends with benefits? I don't know where those lines start and where those lines end 9 times out of 10. But in my head growing up, I'm like, why the fuck does she treat me like I'm her boyfriend or some shit? Like the way that she was so possessive over me was annoying and weird. And I'm like, it wasn't until I was older, and I even had one of my ex's moms confirm that with me. I'm just like, because at first, if I'm the only one thinking about it, I think I'm a little bit nutty and a little bit crazy, and I blame that to the world of the way that they always perceive me and say, oh, you're crazy, you're weird, you're this, you're that. Okay, I accept it. But what the fuck does any of this shit mean? So, as time progressed, like I said, she confirmed that. That was originally just my own little theory thing, and I'm just like, it's fucked up, it's weird, it's real nasty, it's creepy. And then, in my fucked up mindset before I educated myself more, I was just like, what, you're just have your own kid if you're gonna be a goddamn pedophile. And I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't make it any better. That does not fix anything. That does not fix anything. does not fix anything. Because I used to think, that's your fucking kid. Why the hell would you molest a kid? Your own there's so many other kids. That does not help out either. God damn, this is so fucked up. What the hell is wrong with us? You know what? I think I'm gonna keep those thoughts and opinions in the fucking vault. How about that? So yeah, there's really nowhere to go with that, aside from the fact that I'm thinking that both my parents had their faults 1,000%, and me not being able to identify them is a thing that I'm always in my head, clearly. It's a more interesting place, a way more freer place, and people are a lot nicer in there. They're also ruder in there too, but there's a difference. I can at least kill those fuckers. I can't kill the ones outside, legally. Back to that point. The touches. I think that's some 99.99999% of reasons why I generally do not like hugs or being close to people in general. Like, when it comes to communication and stuff like that, I'm well aware that when we communicate and talk to people, I do keep my distance, but I'm also aware the way that people storytell, I'm so into the moment that I'm going to let you do certain things just for the sake of the story. But if I'm in one of my moods, I will be, and I promise you this, the biggest asshole you have ever met, and me being kind will be the farthest thing from your mind. You'd be like, what the fuck is, this has always been me. I just present it with happiness and peace, but there's a war eater inside of me. You just don't know he exists because this is America where we pretend that there is peace, even though we've always been having some type of war. But if we don't talk about it, then there's no problem in Ba Sing Se. There's no war in Ba Sing Se. You're just fucking crazy and loony. There's places for you to be. There's no war in Ba Sing Se. After all that, I ran the reference just in case. I know not everybody's going to understand what I say, so I literally grew up in movies and TV shows, so I make a lot of references that people may or may not get. It's just really, it sounds very neglected coded now, doesn't it? I could show you better than I could tell you, but I don't even know what the fuck to show you because sometimes it's illegal too. Or sometimes there's too many little eyes in the room. It's like, take your midget somewhere else. I don't fucking know. Why'd you bring this short woman in here or this short man? I checked to see if there's little kids, and from what I could see, there's no children here. So what do you mean, little eyes? Where else was I going with this? You can't win against me because what's a win? You literally fucking be a heart-patient orphan that was raised in an environment that didn't foster love, education, patience, and peace, and this person still became a big enough problem to be a competitor towards you. How are you gonna win? How are you gonna? Because I guess the only real way to win is just to have a sadder and more fucked up story. And I'm not denying that people do not have a fucked up and way worse story than I do. But this is just my story. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention the fact that I don't even know when I was born. Florinoriel Bernard Janice, because a lot of things I end up learning later on in time. It wasn't until like my earlier to mid 20s, I'm 27 now. A lot of the information I was given were kind of like bullshit lies to me. And before we had this huge situation happen in 2023, 2024, if I remember. 2023, creeping into 2024, or it's late 2022, creeping into 2023. I don't remember. We had some shit going on. Leave it there. Time span, shit like that's documented somewhere on my social medias. I went through some documentation because I realized this is the last time I'm going to be this close to all of my information. Like, even though growing up and being in that household, they had places where they kept their medicine, places that they kept their paperwork of all the kids, all this and all that. I didn't generally know where it was. I was always told, you never asked, so we never told you. It's like, I learned it didn't matter if I asked. It had to have been a certain person that I get the answers from, or it's always going to be a lie anyways. And the other times, just like, I didn't think I needed to fucking ask. I don't know what I need to ask for and what I should just go up and get. And every room has different rules for all this and all that. And I'm just like, every person back to the point. So, before the whole entire fiasco happened, I remembered going through the paperwork, trying to figure out where everybody's from, trying to figure out some of this, some of that. And I did end up finding some information on myself. Now, the problem with that is I did kind of like figure out like the judge, quote unquote, that did my stuff, and then like the magistrate, I don't know what the fuck that is, between the judge and magistrate. Supposedly something, I don't know. Either way. Maybe I'm thinking of the other jury person. Either way, I just remember finding the information Language barrier. I'm from Haiti. This is America. I speak English. They speak Creole. I don't speak that. I don't understand it. I tried using Google Translate. I don't know if that ever helped because I did send out a message to that person, but I never got. That was like 7, I don't know, 5, 3. Whenever 2023, 2022, 2024 was, that's how many years ago it was. And I'm 27 now. And it's 2025 now. How about that? So yeah, how are you gonna win against me when you had a mom, I'm assuming. You had a dad, I'm assuming. You have brothers and sisters, I'm assuming. You have grandparents to fall back on, I'm assuming. You have many spots before you hit the ground. When I'm shot down, I either hit the ground or hit somebody else's couch. And I do my best not to be a problem in someone else's life, so I generally hit the ground and figure out from there. At 27, there has been at least 2 moments in the past, and could be a third one coming up or some shit like that, where I've actually slept in my car on random periods of time. It's not because I couldn't ask people, it's just I didn't want to. And fuck, I'm gonna say it. I have been in such shitty situations in life that I'd rather be in my car compared to in someone else's home. Just because some places are way more volatile than other places. And if I'd rather have to deal with the cops, which I've always had good stories with, I don't know how the fuck I've been that blessed, especially having this pigmentation being this fucking weird. I've always had good stories with cops, but I'm also very well aware how fucked up they can be. It's just I'm blessed to protect it somehow. I don't fucking know. It's like they're like, oh, if we're not gonna take care of this child, y'all gotta take care of this child. We know it's gonna be a ruly child, so y'all better do a good job. I don't know. So it's just like I'd rather take my chances with the outside than the inside because I've been inside here before and I know how chaotic. And I know that my voice doesn't matter. And I know XYZ, ABC. This is a repeated story. I've seen it so many times. And when it ends is when somebody dies. And it seems like everybody's alive that continues this bullshit. So I'm gonna sleep in my car because that's gonna be where the most peace is. And even if people look down on me, shit, at least I'm pretty. At least I'm pretty. At least I'm creative. At least I have thoughts. At least I have my phone. At least I can figure something out. At least I have a workable body. At least if I'm losing, I'm not losing completely. I'd rather have my peace than be in a place where I can't find peace at all. And sometimes my peace is my car, like generally. And I can't, cause like, I'll be honest, when I got that car, I just got the first car, so I'm no lie, no fucking lie. And I did, cause realistically, that wasn't even the car I wanted to go out to see. I was looking at like some black Chevy 2018 or something like that. I think it was a Chevy Malibu, and I ended up getting some gray car and something like that. And my only thought process is when I ever get a second car or upgrade or something like that, I'm gonna get a mid-sized vehicle. I don't give a fuck if I'm single. I don't give a fuck if I have kids or this or that. Just because when I think of spaces wise and for what I do and what I like to do, a mid-sized vehicle makes more sense than a car. I thought of car for fuel efficiency and traveling purposes, but you can find that in a minivan. Honestly, I should have just got a minivan. I would have fucked it up way more than a minivan. I would have loved it. I probably would have hotbox for a minivan too. Because in a minivan, like, shit, take the keys out, put some in an ashtray, walk in the back seat, and I got all this room to do whatever the fuck I want to. I don't really need much. And people take a huge advantage of that. And I'm not a huge fan of, let me rephrase it. I didn't learn how to stand up for myself, so either I get overly aggressive and just think, kill everybody, or I just leave. And I know I use kill very heavily. Now, what I mean by kill everybody, I don't mean actually going through and slitting their throats. No, I'd like to. I really would. The way my conscience works, I feel like, I wouldn't say I'd have a guilty conscience. I'd say I'd have a heavy conscience, and at least for like the first couple victims, it'd bother me. But after a while, because I've learned myself, I adapt to situations. It'd just be another day. But it's just a fucking headache, in my personal opinion. Like if I ever found out killing was so damn easy that I could do it without thinking, we're gonna have a problem in this world. For the fact that I've never tried it, we ain't gonna have a problem. We good. Until some dumbass really do try to do something. Because if it's my life against yours, I do want to die, but I also want to be Mount Grim Reaper, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know. To me, sometimes I feel like if you're gonna kill me, I gotta agree to it. You know, death gotta be there. You know, your spirits gotta align too, because I'm pretty sure my monsters aren't gonna let you just kill me. I feel like if you're gonna kill me, you're gonna be somebody special. If I'm able to fight back, then it wasn't you, Buckaroo. Because I know this is America. America kind of works like school rules work, at least from what I remember. When I was in school, I was told that I was not allowed to defend myself against my abuser. America works the exact same way. If you get attacked, you have to call the cops, find the principal, the vice principal, superintendent. And if you end up taking care of the situation yourself, you both get expelled, suspended, thrown in jail, prison, blah this, blah that. Or depending on to the severity that you take care of your problem. Because my thoughts and beliefs on certain things, like if I was to be raped, molested, stalking probably not as heavy, but at least raped, molested, and just basically violently attacked for countless of days, maybe months on end, days on end, years on end, weeks on end, murder is the perfect answer for me. And it makes complete sense. And if I was ever a judge, I'd be like, oh, you murdered your rapist? Why the fuck are you here? Do you need anything? You need some money? Like, could we set you up with an appointment for like a doctor, some therapy? Do you need help finding an apartment, car? Like, how are you still here? Like, God, we need to take care of our people. Thank you for one, cleaning off the streets, and two, making sure that they're never gonna come back and harm anybody else. So what can we do to help you? Because clearly I don't think you should be in this courtroom unless you're here because you need assistance. But like outside, there was not a single crime committed because you took care of the criminal. So what could I do to assist you since you've assisted us so heavily? That'd be my thoughts and beliefs in a perfect world. How to handle people that are being raped, abused consistently, and then molested. If you end up killing your abuser, thank you. The paperwork's so much saved. The time, the energy. Do you know how many lives you've saved just by murdering this person, right? Oh my God. Shit, I'd go as high as giving them an award or some shit like that. Give them an award, a fucking page in the paper. I don't know. Create a fucking day for them, a commemorance. I don't know. Tell their boss, hey, you should give them whatever they ask for pay wise. Because if you end up having like a rapist or a pedophile at your office, you got a stone cold killer right here. Just point them out. They've already been to my court system. They got a free badge. So you, huh? Oh, perfect. We even got them on the records of pedophiles. So thank you. We crossed that name off the list. That just means one less person we have to worry about as a community because somebody in the community did something that other people that are tasked to do didn't do. Well, shit. Some people do their jobs and other people do their jobs. Either way, thank you very much for being a better human than others are. But that's just in my delusional world where, you can get rid of your abusers instead of just hoping that you can afford to get away from your abusers. Because I know, in my head, I'm just like, just leave, just leave, just leave. But yet again, I'm not delusional enough. It's not like I haven't had stories. I haven't had people in my life that have been in those relationships where I'm like, leaving's not an option. Do you need my assistance? I know I don't have a criminal record, but I'm willing to start one for you. I know I don't have a past of dark, shady shit. But I could learn. Like, what I'm willing to do for my peace and safety is a lot. But because I'm blessed without tits and a vagina, most people don't fuck with me. And if they do, it's verbally. And when it comes to verbal shit, I don't get most of it. So if you're going to abuse me verbally, I'm just like, how do I make this physical so I can beat the shit out of them? Or I really could just learn how to attack people way more critical than they attack me. Because, like, I get what you're saying. I just don't get what it means. So it's like, yeah, you're right. I do suck at ripping people off. Yeah, you're right. I do suck at manipulating people. Yeah, you are right. I do over-explain things. Yep. Yeah. I get it. You're right. I'm autistic coded, but what's the problem there? Oh, you want something to laugh about, so you're throwing shit at me, hoping you feel better about yourself. You can't win against me. I don't give a shit 9 times out of 10. I'm only here against my will, so you ready to fight? Because I definitely am. I'm very charged, and I don't care if the officers charge me for battery. You assaulted me. This is self-defense at this point. Oh yeah, some of you guys might not know. Assault is verbal, battery is physical. I learned that too a couple videos ago. Well, depending on when you see this, it could have been 100 videos ago, or 10 videos ago, or 17 videos ago. But no, I'd literally look it up for yourself. Assault is verbal, battery is physical, and that's why I was confused. Because I used to think assault and battery. Why was it? What the fuck? does that mean motherfuckers were beating people up with batteries? Like, was it like a car battery, a double A, a Duracell? Fuck it, it definitely wasn't a triple A battery. Those motherfuckers are small as hell. Like that was just my thought process because I'm a literal thinker. It's like, wow. Yeah. Either way, we're not in competition. I don't want to be here. I hope you win.